Good morning. Hope everybody's doing all right on this rainy Wednesday morning. Feels like my allergies are getting a little bit the better of me. So, a little bit of a cough. That's okay. Yesterday we talked about the Korean War. Today we're talking about the Red Scare in America. Um, a couple of one announcement I need to make, kind of an announcement. As of yesterday, we still do not know what we're doing about the grading process in Infinite Campus. Um, if you've done all your work, fear not. I have all your grades recorded in Google Classroom. I just need to figure out how we're supposed to, or when, or if even at all, we're supposed to upload them into Infinite Campus. All right. So I do think that's going to come down to the wire. I think there's a good chance on the last day of school you still won't know what your grade is. I understand that frustration. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. But right now, if I'm telling you to think of a worst case scenario in that area, that would be it. Usually, I'm one that I'd love to be able to have all the grades wrapped up and hit post on the last day of school. I don't know if that's going to be an option this time. I just encourage you to be patient. I'll be communicating with you as much as possible regarding those. Okay, just be patient, and I think there's going to be an answer at some point. We just don't know what it is. So I've asked two different principals about it, and they've given me that same response. So keep doing your work, keep working hard. Let's finish strong, and just know that your grades are going to be in Infinite Campus at some point. It's going to happen. We just don't know when or how it's supposed to be done. So, alrighty, okay. Let's go ahead and get to the Red Scare. Sounds like a horror movie, or maybe the bad guy in a Marvel or DC movie. All right, so you'll notice at the top of today's assignment, Red Scare, this propaganda poster. This was a poster you would have seen around the United States in the 1950s, believe it or not. There was a lot of paranoia. Now, for those of y'all who don't know what paranoia means, it is you're always looking over your shoulder. You always think something's out to get you. Your friend that always thinks somebody's talking about them, and everybody's got one. They are exhibiting paranoia, right? So the man that was leading this charge was a senator from Wisconsin named Joseph McCarthy, and he was giving a speech in West Virginia. Why he was in West Virginia giving a speech? In Wheeling, West Virginia? I have no idea. That's Luke. Say good morning, Luke. What's up, buddy? We need. Yeah? Just feel like saying dad? Who doesn't? All right. So, Joseph McCarthy, um, in his speech in West Virginia, well, we got two of the same question on here. Awesome. Joseph McCarthy, in his speech, I feel like I just had a bug crawl in my hair. Oh, that's not what it was. Anyway, Joseph McCarthy, in his speech, watch my luck, it'd be a spider. I realize we got two of the same question. What a mess. He announces that he knows that there are known communists working in the U.S. government, right? That's a problem, you know. And he won't give up the names, but he knows there's communists working in the government. That, in a way, kind of makes him the most powerful person in makes him the most powerful person in politics in America at that time. So McCarthyism is this paranoia that everything is communist. I mean, that's communist. Oh, if you do this, you're communist. You know, it's kind of very similar here in 2020. If you do this, you're racist. If you do this, you're whatever ist. You know, sexist, whatever. And one of my concerns with that is, well, if we're in the 50s, if the term communist is getting thrown around so much, it kind of muddies the water to the point where we really don't know what a communist actually is. Kind of like, I feel like today with with racism or bullying or sexism, that those terms are thrown around so much. We really don't have an accurate description of what one of those people look like. Actually, we might, but we're going to not go down that rabbit hole. Okay, so that's McCarthyism. The growth of McCarthyism in the early 1950s was based on what? A public fear of concerning the spread of communism in the United States. think about a time where you were a little kid. Did you ever say words that you didn't know what they meant? Right? I know I did. Right? Um, Sometimes you could say things at school that could get you in trouble. Like I'm sure there have been kids that have said, "My mom and dad beat me last night" or something like that. It may or may not be true. And they go to school saying, "My mom and daddy, I live in a crack house." That may not be true. But I know there are kids that do that, right? Um, Schools will call CPS or the police, and they will show up at your door. Hope that hasn't happened to any of you all, but it does happen, right? So back in the 50s, if you had a 8-year-old out playing with his friends in the street, and he said, "My daddy was a communist," if that fell on the wrong ears, you would have the government showing up at your house. Your phones would be bugged. It's a very, very, very paranoid time. All right, so let's move on to number 5. In the link above, 3 words to describe how communists were made to look in the U.S. back in the 50s. Click on that link that says anti-communist propaganda, and there's about a 1-minute video that shows what the government believed communists to look like or act like. Um, I disagree with some of those descriptions. You know, there's a very scary looking woman just throwing some kind of a fit um, in the video, and I'm just sitting here like, so if you were throwing a fit back in the 50s or yelling about something that made you a communist, I don't know if I agree. So, but pick out 3 words to describe how communists were made to look back in the 50s once you watch that video. Number 6, have you ever been accused of something that you did not do? How did you respond? There were a lot of people that lost jobs. There were a lot of people that lost, well, jobs mostly. There were teachers that were fired. There were lawyers that were fired. There were all kinds of people that got in trouble, lost things in life, lost opportunities because there was a belief that they were a communist. If you were a Hollywood actor and that you were suspected of being a communist, you would get blacklisted and not be allowed to be in certain movies or be in any movies. Um, Obviously, that's and we see that a little bit today um, with again people either being accused of being racist, sexist, whatever uh, whatever kind of issue there is. Um, what we have to decide is how much do we like that actor or actress? How much do we like that musician? Are we willing to look past their political beliefs or even uh, uh, their beliefs towards other types of people? So, up to you to decide. All right, who were the Rosenbergs? The Rosenbergs were a married couple that were caught, that were accused and caught of espionage for the Soviet Union. So they were Americans that basically were traitors. And this is awesome right now. My son has a pen and it's open. So my best hope is a henna tattoo here in a minute. We'll see. Preferably on him and not the wall. Okay, he put it down. The Rosenbergs were, so basically they were traitors to the United States, right? And they were executed. So that leads us to number 8. Why or why not should the Rosenbergs have been executed? I guess it's all about how you look at spies. I, for one, if I catch a spy, I want to know what they know. I also want to know what their strategies were so I can send in spies of my own. You know? But the Rosenbergs were executed. They got the electric chair. So that's your opinion. Should they or should they not have been executed? Number 9, kind of just answered that for you. Why might it be beneficial to keep people that have been accused of espionage alive? How could it help you to keep the spies alive? All right. Okay, so that's the last question. We're right under 10 minutes. Hope everybody's doing okay. Again, I strongly encourage you, let's finish strong. Don't slow down on this. We've got, 2 weeks left. Let's keep it going. For those of y'all that have been in position to do all your work, I'm very, very proud of you. You've done a great job. Um, I'm doing the best I can. I hope this is enough of what I'm giving you with these videos, with the work, the assignments. I don't think they're too demanding, but you know, I guess that'd be your opinion. But for the most part, everybody's doing a nice job. handling their business at one point or another. It's a lot to ask for everybody to get everything done every day. I see a lot of kids that are knocking stuff out on Friday nights or on the weekends and everything. That's okay if that's your system. Keep rolling with it. Okay, just get everything done when you get the chance. All right, let's finish strong. Proud of you guys, and have a great Wednesday. I'll see you. Bye.